Okay, so this gentleman here has a few buses here. This particular one is available for sale. So we're going to go and do a bit of a tour. He has some stuff stored in it that we've purchased, but some stuff will be emptied out because of that. But we're going to go through this bus, starting on the outside because it is raining. So we've waited a day from torrential downpour to finally get this video. So looking up top, it's pretty clean. There's very, very minor dents, if anything. It does have its destination sign. The lenses are in great shape. No cut, no breaks in them. On the side here, you have all your clearance lights. Mirrors are in pretty good shape. Down here, the base is broken. Pretty common. But the door's in really, really good shape here on this bus. As we pan down here, you'll see even along the base, along the roadway area there, it's clean. It's not banged up. A lot of the buses are. In this case, your front bumper is pretty straight. When you look at this profile here, it really shows and shines how straight it really is. The bus that we're restoring in our shop has a little bit of a wave to it from its past history. So this bus will also have another unique feature that usually is lost in these buses, and that's these original turn signals in the front. Now the center, the metal portion of it has rusted away, but you can get those off of eBay. Back in the day, they were almost impossible to get. Today, you can get them now. I was able to buy a two-sided fender-mounted set for, I think it was like $60 off of eBay. There were accessories for the pickups that you were able to buy, so you can buy them pretty frequently. Now, unfortunately, this embossed piece up front here, that is chromed or nickel plated, probably back in the day. It's all deteriorated, so it needs to be cleaned up. It does have a slight dent. You can kind of see that right here, center screen. But overall, it's really good shape. There is a little bit of paint peel, you can say, right? Which ones don't? But as far as the driver's access panel, it does have a bit of rust, but it needs to be cleaned up. As far as down below here, when the bumper is lowered, you have this door down here. And the trim is here in really good shape. It's a little bit bent differently, so that door needs to be bent a little bit to fit flat like it should. You can see you have one of the bolts here that keeps the bumper up. The driver's side is missing, so that one's completely gone. Don't mind the chain wrapped up. It's actually connected underneath the bus. So the mirror on the driver's side here is in really good shape. You can see there's a little bit of a crack there going, but that's just a seam from factory. Again, you got a clearance light that's there. That's in good shape, all complete. So the side of the bus, you can see how clean and straight this bus is. The driver's toolbox door down here, it is nice and straight. Down below, down here by the roadway again, it's a really good shape. There is a little bit of a gouge on the bottom, but it's almost perfect shape. This bus is probably the cleanest bus you'll find. There's very few as clean as this. This bus has never been converted, so the overhead bins were removed and the seating, but that's it. The bus was never ever converted. It even has the original air conditioning still in place. So as we look down the roof line, the only thing to take note is above the clearance right here, there is a rooftop antenna that was mounted at some point. This side of the roof line is nice and clean. No dents, no patches that we can see. Your storage bays are really good. This one here even has the original smudge pots. One of them's missing, but the bracketry's there. So this bay is really nice and clean. It's not really banged up at all. So all the inspection panels are where they belong. And you can see looking through here, you have the original air conditioning components. This bus has been sitting for about 20 years, so it needs to be gone through. On the hinges here, you can see that they're in really good shape. This door worked out really well. It has the original components on it, still in good shape. These pull chains retract inside with the spring, and they're all holding. They're in good shape. There's one door on the other side that's kind of solid. I can kind of see that, paint is kind of making it look like it's cracked, but it's really just paint there. I did not open this door for the AC. It didn't want to open for me, and the other door behind it, this bay door, it needs to be sprayed up. It didn't want to pop open. But all the siding on this bus has got some great color to it still. So the anodization apparently is probably in pretty good shape. When you look really carefully right here, you can see even the outline of the G where it starts here and it comes down and around. So you can really make out where the Greyhound lettering was located on this bus as well. So, and that starts right below the fourth window. So it's right next to the seam, so which is really cool. So this is a important factor when thinking about a bus like this, is that because it hasn't been converted, nobody's played with the outside siding, they haven't tried to polish or anything, so details like that might disappear. In fact, you can see the D right there pretty clearly. I mean, you can really see these letters really clear. So I have a feeling if you clean this up, you'd probably see the shadows even better. So as far as the battery box, again, this one's still good. This one even has the rubber that goes over the locking mechanism, shockingly. You just don't see that. So the trays are in good shape. Can't go wrong. Some buses are way worse than this. I mean, this one does have some issues, but nowhere near as bad as what you normally see. So there's a little bit of sag in the back. I have two other videos there that will mesh with this one to highlight the engine bay area. I believe that this has been addressed by Greyhound to prevent the sag in the back. So you can look at that portion of the video to get those details. So the door is a little bit off at the top here. But it's closed nice and tight. So when you're standing back, the lines are pretty close. So really cool. The other thing to note on this bus is where the radiator here, you have the original fins still there. Pretty rusty and crusty, but I'll tell you, I haven't seen many buses with these. In fact, this is the first one I've seen. I'd love to see something like this taken apart and cleaned up. He thinks that he has another set, and if he does, I'm planning on taking those for our own bus and see if we can get them together. One of the cool things is the taillight housings. Again, just like our bus, it has the original taillight housings in great shape. This one here can be tapped out very carefully and look brand new. As far as this door, the rear door here, it has a little damage on it. He has other buses here, so he can easily replace this door without any issues. One of the mods that they did is this little patch panel, if you will. It's on both sides. This is part of their, I guess, restructuring of the rear of the bus. It seems like every time we have a discussion about how they went about upgrading these buses to prevent the sag, it seems to be that they were done differently, a little different from different places throughout the Greyhound network at the time. So you have your stoplight in the center. Back bumpers are really cool. I guess we gotta say hi to the cow that's munching behind us here. And he's taking a piss. Ah, how comical. So The taillight on this side here is crumpled a little bit more, but still, again, tap it out. Now, one point to make is you can see that that clearance light, sometime in its life, got pushed in for whatever reason, a tree, who knows. So that needs to be popped out. That's the only dent I see in the roof line itself. The Michigan lights are in great shape. So all the lenses are here. All of them are in good shape. So you're set to go as far as that's concerned. Again, looking down the side of the bus here, real straight bus. So your transmission access panel is in good shape. This smaller panel here, I had this open, so I don't have it totally closed right now. So all the original wiring's there. Even your smaller door here, it's in really good shape. Your bay doors are really nice. A lot of them are typically banged up really bad along the base, and these are not. So no sense opening all these bay doors. They are all complete, and they are all with their pull chains, and all the bays are really nice. So the only damage to the siding that you're going to see is this right here. There's enough parts buses here that if you wanted to take the fluting off, you can easily get the pieces you need to swap this out. So I know we're taking siding, but I think there's other buses here that you can easily take from, and that would make this like a perfect bus in my eyes. Now, up here on the roof line, coming up, is the only roof damage besides a clearance light where they had to do a patch. You can see the rivets to it. You can see the paint flaking up there, where they probably used a little bit of filler. It's still kind of rough. I assume they hit a tree or something at that point. But I think if somebody had a shop actually do this right, take that out and cut out what's there, put a new piece of aluminum, weld it in, grind it down, do the body work as it needs, you'll never know the difference. Also on the siding here, you can see the outline a little bit of the Greyhound dog, which is kind of cool too. So change our gimbal, you can see the tail right there where it starts. Jill, can you pop the door, please?